Reality Bait. This week is the 4th. There's not much to report on this week. Two things came out. Big Brother 8 premiered on Thursday, and Charm School finale came on Thursday. I'll start off with Charm School. There's not much to say about that show. That show sucked. I didn't watch it. I caught one episode a couple of weeks ago. It's Monique hosting the takeoff of Flavor of Love with that Flavor Flav guy who was hooked up with Brigitte Nielsen. It's all the rejects from that show that got booted that ended up on this show. Monique, who is a ghetto person, is trying to teach ghetto girls how to be proper. 2 and 2 just don't match, like two vaginas, they don't go together. Anyways, Monique, I don't know what's wrong with VH1. The last couple of years, they've been putting these F-list celebrities, if there's even an F-list, just way on down the line, these celebrities on there, and it's not working out. Anyways, this finale. A girl named Safari with technicolored hair. Safari with technicolored... I had to make sure I was saying that right. Think about that for a second. Safari. Technicolored... Okay, anyways. Okay. Glad that show's over. Anyways, okay, let's get to Big Brother 8. Okay, I was right about my predictions the other day. Every prediction I made about the people on that list came out to be right. There were hoes, sluts, the mother who was going to take control over everything, the crazy black woman, the gays, anything. Okay, anyways, if you saw Big Brother 8, you saw Julie Chen come out and introduce. What was wrong with her? She was wearing this red dress. She looked anorexic, and she had her hair teased up to the heavens, and she looked like a Chinese prostitute. I guess you can do anything when you marry the president of CBS. Okay, let's get off her. She's kind of making me go crazy. Okay, so anyways, the house guests, they got to go in and pick their rooms and everything, and they got to go in groups and like 3 or 4 at a time to pick their rooms. Jamaica was in the last group. That's the black girl. She was one of the last ones to go in to pick a room. My prediction was right. She freaked out. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? There's big bed. There's little bed. There's round bed. That bed's too round. That bed's too tall. That bed's too small. She was pulling that card so quick and freaking out with that attitude and all that. What the hell is this crap? Okay, so then they got to Kale. They introduced Kale at the beginning of the show. She said she ran half of a town, and she is a Bible-thumping whore, and she's also a homophobe. If you didn't see that part, she was in the diary room. She came out and said, after she had met Joe, she went in the diary room and was saying, if my kids ever came to me and told me they chose the lifestyle of being gay, that she wouldn't know what to do. I hope she learns real quick. It's not a choice. They don't choose to be like that. They're born like that. Nobody would choose to live a hard-ass life as being gay. But anyways, I think my prediction's right. If she's not gone in the first or second week, like I said, something's wrong with that crap. But anyways, okay, so the whole time these guys were downstairs, the 11 house guests, the 3 upstairs were the ones that were supposed to be the rivals of the people downstairs. Okay, here's how it goes. There's a father and a daughter estranged relationship. There's also a gay ex-couple, and there's high school rivals that were fighting over $5 for the last 3 or 4 years. Okay, so anyways, CBS overplayed the secret. They played it up way too much, so when the time they finally revealed it, it was like a downer. But we'll get to that later. Okay, so the first HOH, the 3 rivals that were upstairs were immune from being evicted this week. I mean, for next week, so they're still safe. So they get a guaranteed 2 weeks in the house. So, I'm having a hard time explaining this. The Alice in Wonderland theme in that house is ridiculous. I told you CBS was going to be G-rated this season on Big Brother. They've gone all out on being G-rated. The whole theme of the house is Alice in Wonderland. There's mirrors on the walls, there's little doors, big beds, and magnifying windows in between the rooms. It's the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. And anyway, so let's get back to the HOH competition. The HOH competition was Alice in Wonderland themed also. They had to spin around on mushrooms and answer questions. Whoever fell off first got eliminated from the game. So anyways, Kale and Eric were the ones left over. And so what the twist in the HOH at this point is, the 3 rivals upstairs got to choose who the HOH was from the 2 who were left in the game, which was Kale and Eric. They chose Kale, the Bible-thumping mother. Anyways, she's going to be gone real quick. Always my predictions are going to come true, I swear to God. First or second week for Kale. The first person who ever gets HOH makes a bad impression on everybody because they don't know anybody and they are put up to make that hard decision. No matter who it would have been, they would have been gone in the first 2 weeks. So anyways, let's see. They all sat down for the reveal. Julie Chen came on and told them there was a rival or there was somebody from the past with unfinished business, yada yada yada. So they all sat down and they pondered on who it could have been. So they CBS, for the sake of whatever, they focused on the 3 people who did have the rivals upstairs, and all 3 of them knew who was coming down. They had some thought of inkling that who was going to be coming down. Joe knew it was going to be Dustin, his ex. The daughter knew it was going to be the father, Dick, whose personality showed up to be right with his name, how I said. And the high school rivals, I don't know what was going on there. They knew, but they didn't talk. So it's that stupid, ignorant crap. So when Joe, oh my God, when Joe came on and said who he thought was going to come down, he knew it was his ex, Dustin. First thing out of his mouth, that boy gave me gonorrhea. That boy gave me gonorrhea. He cheated on me and gave me gonorrhea. And then it flashed up to Justin upstairs real quick, and Dustin was up there saying, I came back negative. I came back negative. They couldn't, take into consideration, they couldn't hear each other. But Dustin could see Joe on the camera. Joe didn't know what was going on upstairs yet. He just knew somebody was up there and he figured it was probably him. So anyways, they came down. The high school girl came down first, and it was that fucking prissy, preppy bullcrap that high school preppy girls put up. They went, ugh, all that crap. It was, I hate those girls. Anyway, so Dick came down. His daughter ran out of the room and went to the bathroom and started crying. She broke down. And I thought it was kind of mean on CBS to pull that crap in the first place, to have them put in the same place when they're not on the right terms. It's hard enough for parents not to get along with their children, but to flash it on national TV and force them to deal with it, not right. Anyways, so Dustin came down. Joe freaked and flipped out and left the room, and then came back and sat down and didn't say a word to anybody. Everybody knew what was going on when he came down, and they knew there was going to be drama, and they figured who it was. So anyways, Joe went around and shook hands with everybody, and when he got, Dustin went around and shook hands. Joe was the third person he went to go shake his hand, and Joe just sat there, pulling that fucking Queenie-ass attitude. So retarded. Anyways, why do they always put these Queenie-ass people on TV to represent the entire gay community? It gets ratings. That's why. Don't ask. They do it that way. They don't put focus on us because we're not, well, I don't know about me, whatever. I have my moments. But they don't put focus on people who aren't flamboyant, which I think they should, because it'll show that we're not all flamboyant. Anyways, so Eric is the one who was in the finals in the HOH competition. He is the one that is America's Choice, the one who we go on and vote and tell him what to do. It's going to be G-rated, like I told you. Anyways, one other thing on Kathy Griffin that I was thinking about. Kathy Griffin, she plays the D-list card too much now. Her celebrity has gotten her far enough to where she's an A-list celebrity now. She sells out concert halls, and she has her own TV show. She has her own product lines on Home Shopping Network, which was semi-secretly announced on her show the week before last. So, I love her to death. She doesn't need to play the D card anymore. They need to give her a real show. She needs to get in some acting and go on with that. So anyways, Big Brother will be back on Sunday. I have my calendar full for the next 3 or 4 months when the fall season, summer into fall season, for all these reality shows for you guys. So stay tuned. Bye!